welcome back to my channel. I hope that you're doing well. Welcome to another video and welcome back to another seasonal TBR. I don't know why I'm filming this video so late in the season. I feel like I should have definitely put this out earlier, but my life has been a crazy whirlwind of a mess. So I'm just going to roll with the punches and I'm going to do a smaller seasonal TBR with the hopes that I can get through some of these in the next month and a half or so. Cross my fingers, we'll see. I do still have one full TBR bingo up until, the seasons change. So let's hope that we can get a good chunk of these on here, but I might be thinking a bit unrealistically. But what's the fun in that? We're gonna try, we're gonna push ourselves, we're gonna be triumphant, hopefully, with at least some of these. And let's talk it over. Let me know down in the comments below what's on your seasonal TBRs, what you're hoping to read for fall, your favorite fall reads, ones that you totally recommend for people to read during the season. I would love to know your thoughts. But without further ado, let's get into my fall TBR. This is in no specific order. I just pulled books that felt very fall to me. Or books that I'm just really excited to get to and want to get to like ASAP. So the first one being Graceling by Kristen Kishore. I'm going to be honest, a lot of the books that I picked for this TBR are based off of the colors because for me, I'm a very visual person, and if I see something that looks like fall, I'm more likely to be gravitated towards that and pulled towards that. So that's the total reason for this one. I really love this coloring on the book and it felt very fall to me. I actually don't know the synopsis of this. I just know that it's a booktube staple. So many people have loved it and the series, and I know that a spin-off book just recently came out of this one. So this says, Costa has been able to kill a man with her bare hands since she was 8. She's a Graceling, one of the rare people in her land born with an extreme skill. As niece to the king, she should be able to live a life of privilege, but graced as she is with killing, she is forced to work as the king's thug. When she first meets Prince Poe, graced with combat skills, Costa has no hint to how her life is about to change. She never expected to become Poe's friend. She never expected to learn the truth about her own grace or about the terrible secret that lies hidden far away. Interesting. That sounds like it's going to be a good one. Y'all know I'm not great at reading out loud, so I struggled with that, but it's okay. It sounds good. I'm really excited for it. And it does feel very fall to me, so hopefully I enjoy it. Up next is a book that I really wanted to read last month but didn't get around to reading, and that is The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I've heard fantastic things about this book, and it's kind of like a thrillery, contemporary-ish story, so I feel like it's perfect for fall, and the color just screams fall to me. But this is supposed to be about a girl who, out of the blue, gets a phone call saying that she just got the inheritance from some man that's super wealthy, so she just inherited money and houses and all of this stuff, and she's like, I don't even know who this man is, like what's going on? So she goes to the house that she's inherited, and his family members are there trying to figure out what the heck happened, how come they didn't get the inheritance, and they start to play these games and trying to figure out the reason why she was given the inheritance of all people. So this sounds like it's going to be really good. This is one of Clint's favorite series, so I'm really excited for this one, and hopefully I love it. Let's just keep it going with the green books. The next one we have is The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin. This is a book that I've had on my TBR for so long, for literally over a year and a half, and I haven't read it because the actual premise of the story makes me feel intimidated, just because I've heard so many interesting things about the writing style and the mode of storytelling and how it doesn't really make sense till you get to the end. And those are the books that I struggle with the most, just because I already feel like I don't grasp a lot of the stuff that I read sometimes. To add all of that confusion into a book makes it a little bit harder for me to want to pick up, but I've heard such good things about the series and I really want to give it a go. So I'm hoping that putting it on a seasonal TBR will give me a little bit of extra oomph to want to pick it up. Again, I don't really know too much about this. I know that it is a sci-fi fantasy situation having to do with a mother who just lost her son, and the world goes through some seasons that are basically huge national disasters that are killing off people of this world, and they're trying to fight to stay alive. I think I could have that totally wrong, but I am really excited to give this one a go, even though I am terrified by it. The next book, I am so ashamed to have say that this is on my pile of shame, because who am I? I'm a fake fan, I know that. Air Fire by Sarah J. Maas. I picked this up in the middle of TBRs, like I was reading this after I finished another TBR that I had started, and I never got around to actually finishing it because I wasn't a priority, and I got about, 38 pages in, and I never got around to finishing it. But I really do want to read the rest of the series. I've heard nothing but good things. Obviously, I love Sarah J. Maas, so I really should read it, seeing as I own 2 copies of every single one of these books, and I haven't finished the series yet. I don't want to talk about it. I do want to read it. I am very excited for it, so hopefully I can get this on a TBR next month and absolutely love it. All right, let's talk about some big books that I'm trying to get around to. Again, I'm setting my expectations low because I am moving and next month is going to be wild with holidays and settling into the new house and all of that fun stuff, but I do want to get some good chunky books out of the way. First one being Empire of the Vampire by Jay Kristoff. I have heard nothing but good things about this book since it's been released, and I purely just want to read this so I can turn the spine around so I can look at these stenciled edges on my bookshelves for all of eternity. But I have heard really good things about this one. I know that it is centered around vampires and like the world is pitched into darkness and there's an evil going around, and I didn't really want to remember the synopsis of this. I kind of want to go in blind, but I haven't heard nothing but good things about this one so far. I have enjoyed Jay Kristoff's writing in the past with his Nevernight series. I did enjoy Illuminae as well, so I'm really excited to give this one a go. Hopefully I like it. Again, this is an intimidating, chunky adult fantasy, but I am really excited for it. Speaking of intimidating, chunky adult fantasies, Prior of the Industry by Samantha Shannon. Why am I doing this to myself? I don't know. Obviously, this TBR isn't set in stone, so if I don't get to it, I'm not going to cry, but it would be nice to finally get this off my TBR, to stop staring at it like it's going to actually hurt me. But I've heard such good things about this book, and I really do want to give it a go. And I have read books big as this and have gotten through them just fine, so it's just more about letting go of the size intimidation and just being lost in the story. I am really excited. Best believe I'm gonna get an audiobook for this because there's no way that I'm gonna try to finish this physically. It would literally take me years. So audiobook is definitely gonna be the way to go, but I'm really excited for this. I've heard nothing but good things. I don't know the synopsis of this. I went in knowing that I was never gonna know the synopsis of this. I want to go in blind and experience all it has to offer, and hopefully I can get through it and enjoy it. Okay, let's change the script a little bit here. I definitely 100% need to get to this fourth graphic novel book, or else I'm going to quit booktube. Heartstopper Volume 4. I need it. I need it now. I needed it yesterday. I needed it last week. I have yet to read it just because my TBR has been very wild for this month. I still have a ton of books to read. And like I said a million times, I'm moving, so I've had less time to pick up books, especially physical reading. So I really want to get to this, but I don't exactly know when I'm going to be able to prioritize it. But I'm really excited for Volume 4. I've, again, heard nothing but good things. Everyone that's talked about this series has talked about absolutely loving Book 4. My bangs are just really... They're not cooperating today. They've all talked about loving Book 4, and I'm just really excited to get around to it. The TV show is still in the works. I'm very excited for that. So this needs to happen, and I know it's not going to take me too long to read because it is a graphic novel, but I'm very excited to give this one a shot. And then I have this book planned for a secret TBR that I'm really excited for. Maybe you'll be able to guess it if I put the book up, but hopefully you won't. And that is The Spanish Love Deception by Elena Armas. I think I said that right. Probably not, but I've heard nothing but good things about this one. Chloe from Books with Chloe recently read this one and absolutely loved it, and I've been seeing everyone ranting and raving about this book, and I just need to read it. I've literally heard not a single bad thing. This has to do with a girl who's going to a family wedding in Spain, and she has told her family that she has a boyfriend, but she doesn't, so she is forced to ask her coworker and nemesis to fake date with her and take a trip to Spain to attend a wedding. So we have traveling overseas, love that. Fake dating, love that. Enemies to lovers? Could we have asked for a better trio of tropes to then put into a wonderful romance book with some spice? Y'all, this is a recipe for amazingness, and I'm so excited for it. I don't think this is going to let me down, and I'm very excited to read it. Okay, and the last two books that we're going to talk about, one's a thriller, one is a YA fantasy that I'm really excited for. I definitely didn't put enough spooky books into this TBR, but I'm never really in a spooky mood. Most of the time, I just pick them up because my TBR bingo requires it of me, and I end up enjoying them, but I'm never in a mood to pick up a thriller. But the first one that I have here is Lock Every Door by Riley Sager. I really enjoyed Home Before Dark by him, and I'm really excited to give another one of his books a go. I have heard very mixed reviews about his other books in general. I feel like Home Before Dark is a pretty community loved. I don't think that was the right proper grammar. It's fine. Community loved of his books, and then all of the other ones are very mixed reviews, a mixed bag of likes and dislikes, so I'm hoping that I like this. Even though I don't read a ton of thrillers, I find that a lot of the times when I read a thriller, I'm very irritated by the fact that I can guess the twist pretty early on, and I've heard that his endings aren't always great, so crossing my fingers, hoping that I like this one. I don't think I own any more of his books, but if I like this one, then I'll buy the rest of his stuff. If not, then I'll probably just hold off on any more Riley Sager or just listen to them all on audiobook. And the last book that we're going to talk about today is Crown of Feathers by Nikki Palproto. I was again supposed to read this one last month. It came up on my Bookopoly-thon TBR, but I never got around to reading it. I am really excited to give this one a go. I still want to buddy read this one with a friend if Sharon is up for it, but it's a chunky YA fantasy that I just haven't gotten around to actually picking up, but I've heard nothing but good things about the series. I do own books 1 and books 3 in the series, but I don't own book 2 yet, so hopefully I enjoy book 1 so that I can get around to book 2 and then read my special edition of book 3. At least that's the hope. But that is the final book on my fall TBR. Let me know down below if you've read any of these and what you think of them. Hype me up to get excited about some of these books because some of these ones are really, really terrifying to me, but I am really excited to give them a go. Let me know what's on your fall TBR, what you're planning to read. I would love to know that as well down in the comments. That is the end of this video though. If you did enjoy it, please make sure to give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. And of course, leave any comments, questions, and suggestions in the comment section below. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.
Baby, turn it down like a sweet and ready.